Good morning, good morning. Thank you all for being here today. I'm very pleased to be joined with our San Diego Fire Rescue Chief Colin Stowell and City Council Member Barbara Bree. And I'm particularly proud to be standing in front of Fire Station 50 because it marks the 10th new or rebuilt station since I had the privilege to take office in 2014. As many of I think you know, and it's great to see some of our community folks out there, social distancing. We broke ground on this facility just a little over a year ago. And now, of course, it's great to have it be ready to be operational. This new fire station is going to ensure that University City has the public safety facilities it needs, and this neighborhood continues to grow and evolve with homes and businesses near a thriving world-class research university. This, of course, is a brand new 12,000 square foot, 3-story fire station. It includes 3 apparatus bays, sleeping quarters, of course, for personnel, an exercise room, and of course, as part of the new effort to decentralize training in the San Diego Fire Rescue Department, this new station will also include a training room. I think that's incredibly important as we look to have that option and ability in different areas throughout the entire city. I made it very clear since my start as mayor that there's no bigger priority than public safety, and we must do everything that we can to keep our neighborhoods safe for all. And the record of investments that we've been able to make over the last several years will guarantee that our first responders, our firefighters, have the tools that they need to do the life-saving work that they do day in and day out. Very proud of our fire rescue department in the city of San Diego and the men and women that sacrifice for us every single day. They deserve the tools and support to help keep all of us safe. Also behind me and the council member, you're going to note our new tractor-drawn aerial. I'm going to let Chief Stowell speak to the specific of this apparatus, but this again is the type of investment that we are continuing to make. San Diegans can sleep more safely at night knowing that our San Diego Fire Rescue Department continues to have some of the most advanced equipment at their disposal to combat fires everywhere and from all angles. That's why this rig is so important. This tractor-drawn aerial makes it easier for us to be able to fight any fires in high-density areas. Since 2014, we've more than tripled the city's annual investment in our capital improvements program to fund infrastructure projects. So proud of our capital improvements, engineering capital improvements staff who is here today. They love working on new facilities. They love making these things actually grow and being a part of our city. And this type of investment in capital projects has really led to a surge of all sorts of upgrades from neighborhoods in every part of San Diego, not just fire stations, but upgraded parks, libraries, rec centers, and lifeguard stations, as well as road repairs, transportation projects, stormwater upgrades that benefit, again, neighborhoods across the city. Part of also what is unique about this new Fire Station 50, of course, is its public artwork. Susan Zocala, Susan, did I pronounce your name right? Are you here today? I'm not, Susan is here. She's a Seattle-based artist who created the artwork that will be proudly displayed on this fire station. And it is inspired by the land surrounding the fire station and the complex maps that firefighters use to determine effective routes around canyons. And the artists use a combination of materials to create the sculpture that really helps connect it to the site. Thank you, Susan. Before I turn it over to Chief Stowell to say a few words, again, in conclusion, I want to thank everybody who made this ribbon cutting happen today. We would not be here if it wasn't for the hard work of so many of our city employees who I said helped design and construct this fantastic facility and a design build with a goal to get it up and to get it running and serving this community as soon as possible. And of course, lastly, our city firefighters who have done their part to help battle historic fires up and down the state this year. I know I speak for all San Diegans when I say that we are grateful for the sacrifices that you make to keep us all safe day and night. And now I will turn it over to Councilmember Barbara Bree and thank the Councilmember for her continued support for infrastructure and her continued support in investing in the San Diego Fire Rescue Department. Councilmember?
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Hello, everybody. 4 years ago, when I was running for City Council, this fire station was just an idea. I remember attending a University City Planning Group meeting and hearing a presentation about this site as a possible location for a fire station that this community has wanted for many, many years. And today, it's exciting that we come together as a community to officially open Fire Station 50. University City and the surrounding areas have experienced a great deal of growth over the past several years, and more is likely coming as the area's biotech industry continues to grow and more housing is built. That's why this station is so important in protecting this community and in bringing down response times for emergency calls in University City and in allowing other fire stations to respond to calls even faster. I want to thank city staff and the community for your ongoing efforts to get this project to the finish line. Thank you, University City, for being such an amazing partner these last 4 years.
Thank you, Councilmember. Next, of course, our Fire Rescue Chief, Chief Stowell, is going to talk a little bit about the station and our new aerial rig. Chief?
Well, thank you, Mayor Faulconer and Councilmember Bree, for joining us today in the celebration of our brand new fire station and new apparatus. Fire Station 50 is a brand new 12,000 square foot facility which will serve the citizens of North University City and the surrounding communities. The cost of this project was $15 million for the fire station. This area was identified in the 2017 Citygate Associates study as an area that had service gap areas, which identified the location here. The surrounding stations did not meet our standards of coverage criteria of responding to incidents within 7.5 minutes, 90% of the time. So it was identified that this would be an area strategically placed for a fire station. The station will house one engine company with a crew of 4, as well as a battalion chief here. The station also has a capacity to build out for a truck company crew or an ambulance crew from AMR personnel as well. As you can see, Station 50 is three levels. The first level, 6,000 square feet, consists of the apparatus bay, locker rooms, workshop, and a training classroom, as the mayor mentioned. The main lobby is an office, gym, is located on the second floor, and then in the main area is 10 dorm rooms, restrooms, a kitchen, and a patio that make up all of the top level. You may ask yourself, why do we have 10 dorm rooms for this station? The design of our new stations is in taking into account the eventual increase in population, which will subsequently increase our call volume in this area. The additional living space will allow us to increase the number of crews serving the area should it become necessary. The station also has the infrastructure such as station alerting system, which is the way our firefighters are alerted of an emergency. It also has a vehicle exhaust system to remove the exhaust from the apparatus bay, which is one of the cancer-causing prevention measures that we've put in place. All of our fire stations have vehicle exhaust removal systems and other cancer prevention measures. As we build new stations, we are implementing cancer prevention practices into the design of these facilities. We've learned over the years that firefighters have a higher risk of cancer than the general population, so we have taken these measures into account. The traffic beacons have been placed out on Nobel Drive, which will stop traffic in both directions and allow the apparatus to leave the driveway safely. This beautiful piece of property is a little over ½ acre of restoration area and nearly 3 acres of revegetation, which enhances the biological diversity and conserves the habitats of the sensitive species in the area. In the near future, solar panels will be installed over some of the parking stalls as well as the trash enclosure. And last but not least, as the mayor mentioned, is the sculpture that's out on the Nobel Drive access to the station. This sculpture is called Rose Canyon, and again, we would like to thank Susan Zacola as well as the Commission of Arts and Culture for this beautiful piece of art. to add to the beautification of this facility. And now I'll tell you a little bit about the tractor-drawn aerial that's behind me here. As you see, this truck 35 will be put in place over in service over in University City, not too far from here. We already have truck 1, which is the same design, downtown, currently in service. There are many benefits to this type of apparatus. The storage and ergonomics are improved. There's much more storage space available, and it's easier for our firefighters to access the equipment stored in the TDA, which will result in fewer injuries to our firefighters. We've nearly doubled the space in this truck to the capacity of about 450 cubic feet. The TDA is equipped with extra seating to accommodate 6 firefighters. The apparatus is in 2 pieces, which increases the maneuverability for the truck to be able to get closer to a structure to effect a rescue. The truck weighs 78,000 pounds, but the load is evenly distributed much more than our standard trucks out there. The ladder pipe operation can be operated remotely from the apparatus versus having to put a firefighter on the end of the ladder up there to operate it. It flows 1,500 gallons of water, can be flowing from the 3.5-inch hose that's stored on the apparatus. There's a reconnaissance camera at the top of the ladder for excellent vantage points for the fire or the rescue, which also allows the operator a better visibility when he's trying to place the aerial ladder against a building. The aerial ladder is 102 feet long, has a vertical reach of 107 feet and a horizontal reach of 100 feet. Carry 125 feet of hose on the apparatus, as well as 163 feet of ground ladders. The apparatus offers a much smoother ride because of the independent suspension on the front tractor axle as well as the rear trailer axle. There's one set of H stabilizers that reach out 17 feet. This increases the stabilization and the safety of the apparatus for our personnel. And each one of these state-of-the-art apparatus costs $1.6 million, which includes the equipment we carry on it. Overall, this is a fantastic piece of equipment that will serve the citizens and visitors of San Diego. To close out, I would like to thank a couple of people real quick. I'd like to thank Chief Kevin Esther, my Assistant Chief of Business Operations, as well as Chief Jim Gabry, who runs our logistics division. A phenomenal job on both the apparatus as well as the fire station. And I want to thank Mayor Faulconer and all of the elected officials for their continued prioritization and support for public safety. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for those words. That was a great description. Again, thank you to all of our fire rescue men and women who are not only here today, but continue to serve us all throughout the city of San Diego. And again, thank you to this community. As the council member just said, this community deserves a fire station like this. And this is exactly what we've wanted for a long time. And it's great to be here to finally open this. I've been told we're actually going to cut the ribbon around the corner, I believe. So why don't we take a second? I'll have the chief and the council member join us, and we'll walk on over. So come on over. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. All right.